It's day 42, it's weigh-in day, it's the end of week 6. Welcome back to my big fat vlog. So, it's Sunday, it's the end of week 6, it's weigh-in day, and it's been a really good week. The food's been great this week, as always. Ashley's absolutely nailed it with the food. She started making bread on the weekend, which is cool. So we kind of only really have a couple of 3 meals that have got bread in over the weekend. And then we've got like pitters and wraps and stuff, but not very much through the week. So that's been really enjoyable. She's getting really good at that. So that's very tasty. We've had... Training wise this week's been really good. I've got my notes up here. So yeah, I've started bringing in some weight training again, which I haven't done for a while. And I did squats on Monday, kettlebell swings and deadlifts on Wednesday, and then Friday, I did some upper body stuff, which was literally just like 2 5-kilo kettlebells, side lateral raises, curls, shoulder presses, and what else did I do? Oh yeah, I threw a resistance band over the bar on my squat rack and then did some tricep extensions, which was cool. So yeah, that was a really nice kind of session, and I just did that like in a circuit, maybe for 5 or 6 kind of sets of the circuit, which was really good fun. And then yesterday, which was Saturday, I got out for a real bike ride on my real bike. So that was really interesting, because usually when I'm riding on the bike, I can sit there for an hour with hitting sort of somewhere between 60 and 70 cadence. That's the RPM, and it's not RPM, is it? It's something. It's not. It can't be revs per minute. That would be far too slow. That'd be like a whole second for each one. That wouldn't work. Anyway, whatever cadence is, it's how quick you pedal essentially. So yeah, I can do sort of with 65, 70, sitting with my heart rate about 120, and getting about 15, 16 miles an hour out of the Garmin when I'm sat on the turbo trainer. When I'm on the road, that same cadence. Aiming for around that same speed, my heart rate is way higher than that. So there's obviously a lot less resistance on the rolling kind of trainer that I've got than there is on the road. So I'm going to have to factor that in a little bit. Other stuff to kind of think about this week was my shoulder's been feeling really good, but my knee on my left leg has started giving me just a little bit of stick. Now this isn't kind of like anything new. I did this, I think, probably a good few years ago. I did a really big ride with Paul Watson, who I know watches the channel, and we did like a 100-mile charity ride, which was fine for him because he was perfectly capable, and I was capable, but my knee wasn't. So I kind of got through that fueled on caffeine drinks and ibuprofen, and then I was hobbling around for the next few days. So that's kind of like an old injury that's never really been I've never really done anything with it, and I know that I can operate with it, I can ride with it, I can squat with it, and it doesn't stop me from doing anything, but I can always feel it. So I'm going to try and I've got a electric massager sort of gun on the way, so I'm going to give it a little bit of therapy with that and sort of see if I can make that feel any better on my own, and then failing that, I'll go and have a chat with my physio dude and point him at it. But it's one of those things. It's not stopped me from doing anything. It's not stopped me from working. I can just feel that it's there. So it's kind of like an old injury, and it'd be good for me, I think, to learn how to treat these things myself as I go along. If I just find little niggles along the way, sort of figuring out how I can iron out the creases, kind of thing. So that's cool. Anyway, weigh-in. It's weigh-in time. So last weigh-in, I was 16 stone dead, and this weigh-in, the one before I was 16 stone dead as well, because I didn't really have any movement that particular time, and this time I am 15 stone 12. So this last week I've dropped 2 pounds. So that brings me to 222 pounds, or 100.6 kilos. So just over 100 kilos. 15 12 is cool. I've got 15 at the beginning of my weight again, which is quite nice, and it's been a while. It's been at least a year, I would say. So that's quite a nice thing. And that's all good. So as far as the rest of the sort of progress goes with the for next week, I'm just going to do the same again with the weights. I've been getting the weight up to a point that I'm comfy with, and then just settling in for volume and just doing as many sets as feels comfy, really focusing on keeping my form as good as possible. And I've been doing the core yoga as well as the cycling yoga, so that's kind of really made me sort of feel my abs and my back and stuff. That's very interesting. So I'm going to be doing some more of that, and trying to get out for a ride every Saturday if I can. The ride that I did was really good, and I can definitely feel the difference and the benefit of the Turbo Trainer training when I'm on the road. I would say it's not the fastest that I've done that particular circuit, but it's the first time I've ridden it, this year, probably in a year, and it was also wet, so I'm mindful of I hit downhills really fast, but I took it really easy because I was aware that it was wet, and also because the bike's been on the Turbo Trainer, it wears the back tyre quite a bit, so I didn't want to kind of pound it too hard on the downhills, in case you've got to wall up the brakes on and then come to a screeching halt. Don't want to be slipping off if it's been wet, so a little bit more cautious on the road these days, which I don't think is a bad thing. So yeah, next week it's kind of more of the same, more of the core yoga. I'm going to try and tweak the cycling training a little bit so that it kind of maybe reflects more what's going on the road, and I need to do a little bit of research and see what the best way of training that is, and then the massager will turn up in the week. We'll go and give that a go on my quad and see how that feels. I don't think I'm going to do any damage with that. It's not a power drill essentially, is it? So I'm just going to have a bit of a tickle with that and see how we do. So that's it. Good week. 2 pounds off, 15-12. And yeah, next week should be good fun. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to mention. I took some progress pics, which you're never going to see because I look like somebody dropped a trifle. But it's been 6 weeks since I took any progress pics. I took them on week 1, and then Ashley mentioned it this morning. I took some again. And I don't like taking progress pics each week because I don't think I see particularly that much difference. But over 6 weeks, the difference is pretty noticeable, and I'm really pleased. So I'm going to try and make that like an every 6 week thing, maybe sort of take progress shots then, and I can see where I'm up to. I know some coaches and trainers like you to do it every week, but I find it demoralising. If you work really hard through the week, you stick to your diet, and then you look at 2 pictures and you basically look identical, it can be a little bit demoralising. Whereas for me, the 6 week gap has done the job. So anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for being here. If you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe so that you know what's going on, then do that. You're more than welcome to come along for the ride. If you want notifications when the next video goes up, hit the little bell. And if you want to give us a thumbs up for losing a couple of pounds, that'd be sweet. Have a good one. Have a great weekend, what's left of it, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Take it easy.